am not a man who cries easily. I have sat through funerals dry. I have heard hard news without flinching. But when those four voices started singing, something went past my head and found the place where the old church lives in me. And I almost cried. Maybe you will too. Piano in the dark, one old note at a time. I stood there holding my breath like I could outlast the climb. Then that first low chord came in and my knees went weak. I felt my throat close up, I felt my chest go tight. My grandmother's face came back like a lamp in the night. I tried to stay hard, but my hands turned cold. I almost cried when the old song found me. I almost cried when it walked right through me. Old church tears, they know my name. I almost cried and I won't be the same. I have heard hard news with my jaw set firm. I have worn that brave face like a coat I had earned. But that quartet lifted up and something in me broke. Not loud, not fast, just plain and true. A room full of memory came rushing through. I saw that little bench, I heard Mama pray. I almost cried when the old song found me. I almost cried when it walked right through me. Old church tears, they know my name. I almost cried and I won't be the same. And there it was, the place I hide. Not pain alone, not pride, just a tender spot I could not deny. So let it come, let it rise. I almost cried when the old song found me. I almost cried when it walked right through me. Old church tears, they know my name. I almost cried and I let them change me. I almost cried when the old song found me. I almost cried and it still sounds like freedom. Brother Henry sat still by the back row wall, 60 years of Sundays and a face that said it all. The farmer kept his hat low, the deacon stared ahead, the quiet man beside them carried grief he never said. Then the first note came, soft as morning rain, and I saw those old hands tremble like they knew that holy name. The song that made the old man weep found the place they buried deep. The song that made the old man weep spoke truth they could not keep. The song that made the old man weep was mercy in a minor key. The song that made the old man weep broke the lock and set them free. When the words came around to heaven, you could feel the room hold still. Brother Henry bowed his shoulders like he'd climbed another hill. The farmer wiped his eyes fast, tried to hide it in his coat, but the tears kept on falling like a prayer he'd never wrote. And the deacon sang along with a voice both thin and strong, like every hurt he'd ever carried was finally finding song. The song that made the old man weep found the place they buried deep. The song that made the old man weep spoke truth they could not keep. The song that made the old man weep was mercy in a minor key. The song that made the old man weep broke the lock and set them free. Not weak, not shame, just worn by grace. A lifetime of believing lighten up their face. And I learned that day what faith can do. When an old man breaks in worship, he teaches me to tune. The song that made the old man weep found the place they buried deep. The song that made the old man weep spoke truth they could not keep. The song that made the old man weep was mercy in a minor key. The song that made the old man weep was the truest prayer I'd ever seen. Wood was worn smooth from all the hands before mine. floor still carried the weight of all those knees. I gripped that old rail like I was holding on for life, and the tears came down like 40 years of me. Tears at the old wooden altar where the broken found the whole. Tears at the old wooden altar where God met me in my soul. There were tears of surrender when I could not stand alone. Tears of long grief, finally finding home. Tears of gratitude, too big for words to hold. All of them gathered where the lost are made bold. That old rail knew my name, knew the shape of my fear. I laid it all down and I left it there. Tears at the old wooden altar where the broken found the whole. Tears at the old wooden altar where God met me in my soul. Tears at the old wooden altar. With empty hands, I left with a lifted face. What was shattered in me found mercy in that place. The same worn wood, the same holy ground, and every tear I brought was a prayer He heard somehow. Tears at the old wooden altar where the broken found the whole. Tears at the old wooden altar where God met me in my soul. Tears at the old wooden altar, they still call me back again. Tears at the old altar where He held me in the end. Tears at the old wooden altar. Tears at the old wooden altar.
tears and the laughter arrive at the same time. Something holy spills over every wall I build. Though I have still I love him, and believe and I rejoice. Joy unspeakable and full of glory, too big for words, so I'll sing instead. Joy unspeakable and full of glory, the old church knew this, now I understand. Joy unspeakable, full of glory. The same tears that broke me turned to rivers of praise. What was heavy in my hands now runs through my veins. I used to call it sorrow, now I call it grace. Though I have not seen him, still I love him, and believe and I rejoice. Joy unspeakable and full of glory, too big for words, so I'll sing instead. Joy unspeakable and full of glory, the old church knew this, now I understand. Joy unspeakable, full of glory. I came in with ashes, I left with a song. He took what was wounded and made me strong. The room turns to dancing, my heart turns to light. What he put in me won't stay quiet tonight. Joy unspeakable and full of glory, too big for words, so I'll sing instead. Joy unspeakable and full of glory, the old church knew this, now I understand.